Welcome back to the Data Science Mentor, where I help you become and grow as a data scientist. In this video, I'm going to show you how to install and properly set up Python 3 on your machine. So let's get started. Now, before I proceed with the rest of this video, I want to note that this video is for Windows users who already have Python 2 on their machines. If you're just starting with Python and don't have Python 2, then the process of installing and setting up Python 3 is a little different for you. So I have created a different version of this video for you, which you can find the link to in the description below. And now, having said that, let's continue with the rest of this video. Last week, someone contacted me on LinkedIn and wanted to pick my brain about a project that he has been working on. But I was surprised when I found that he was still using Python 2. Now, Python 2 stopped being supported starting from this past January of 2020. And while your code would work and run, but if any security issues arise with any of the packages that you're using, this would compromise your project or solution because nobody will be working on fixing these issues. So if you're aspiring to become a data scientist, then there's no reason whatsoever for you to continue using Python 2. You should switch to Python 3 right now. While some people may recommend installing a platform like Anaconda and using the Python that's packaged with it because it comes with other standard Python libraries like NumPy, Pandas, and Matplotlib, I'm actually a big advocate of you setting up your own Python environment and using pip to install Python libraries and packages over Anaconda. Anaconda might be a good option if you'll be working on toy problems, but if you'll be doing serious data science work, building your own solutions and dashboards, then setting up your own Python environment is the right way to go. And that's what we'll be doing in this video. And just a final note before we get started, if you run into any error for some reason, please don't worry. Just comment and share the error message in the comments section below, and I'll make sure to respond and help you out. Okay, and now I'm going to switch over to the computer and walk you through the process of setting up Python 3 on your machine. So let's do it. All right. Now on this machine, I had Python 2 installed and was the default. So let me walk you through the process of installing Python 3 and setting it up so that it becomes the default instead of Python 2. Well, installing Python 3 on a Windows machine is pretty straightforward. One way is by downloading it from python.org. So I'm going to start my browser and go to python.org. And then from the Downloads drop-down menu, select Windows, and then click on the link to the latest release for Python 3, and then scroll all the way down to Files. And let's install Python 3 using the executable installer option. So click here to download the installer. And once it's downloaded, click on it to launch the installation wizard. And now here, make sure you check the box to add Python 3 to your path. Then click Install Now. And now just sit back and relax and enjoy watching the installation process as it completes. Cool. So the installation was successful. But now, although I have Python 3 installed and is added to the path, when I start the command line and run Python, it still starts the interpreter in Python 2. And when I check pip by running pip -- version, it is actually linked to Python 2. So how do we fix this? Well, if you locate your Python 2 directory, mine was installed in the default location, which is in the C drive here. For you, you could have chosen to install it in program files or somewhere else, but mine was installed in the C drive. So if I open it, and let me click the View tab here and check the box to view the files extensions, you will find that the name of the executable file for Python 2 is Python, and in scripts, the name of the executable file for pip is pip. All right, so let's note that. And now if you locate your Python 3 directory, you can actually do that by checking your path Well, here is my path, and it shows that the Python 3 directory is in Programs, in Local, in this app data folder in my home directory. So let me go there and check the Python 3 directory. Now this is my home directory, and it doesn't look like there is an app data folder here. So it must be hidden. So let me click the View tab again and check the box to show hidden files. Okay, there it is. So app data, local, programs, Python, and here's the Python 3 directory. Now it turns out that the executable file for Python 3 is also named Python, and the executable file for pip in scripts is also named pip. So what's happening is that when we run Python or pip, the executable files for Python 2 are being invoked first. Okay, let me switch back to the environment variables window. Well, the Python 3 directory was added to the path under user variables, and the Python 2 directory was added to the path under system variables. And that's what's causing the executable files for Python 2 to be invoked first. Now let me switch back to the Python 3 directory. Now, while some people may suggest that you rename this executable file to Python 3 to distinguish it from the executable file for Python 2, but then you will have to type Python 3 every time you run a Python command or script. And I find this to be a bad idea, especially if you're used to using Python. And then you'll find yourself frequently running your scripts with the Python command and your scripts throwing errors at you before you realize that you forgot the 3 in the Python command. So I think that it makes a lot more sense if you will be using Python 3 all the time now, that you don't change the names of the executable files for Python 3. So I'm going to change this back to Python. Instead, let me switch back to the environment variables window. And now what we will do is we will copy the Python 3 directory and its script subdirectory from the user variables path and place them in the path under system variables. Okay, so we will open the path here. Copy the Python 3 directory, so click Edit, Copy, go down to the path here, click New, and paste. Then go back to the path here, copy the script subdirectory, so click Edit, copy, then go back to the path here, click New, and paste. And we will move them above Python 2 to make sure that they get invoked first. Then click OK, OK, and OK. And now let's quit the command line and start it again for the changes to take effect. And now if we run Python, it should start the Python 3 interpreter. Also, if we run Python -- version, it should confirm that Python 3 is now the default. And finally, let's run pip -- version to confirm that pip is properly configured and is linked to Python 3. Cool. Now, if you still wish to run old scripts that you have in Python 2, you can change the name of the executable file in the Python 2 directory to Python 2, and now you would run Python 2 instead of Python when you want to run your old scripts in Python 2. Cool. So now we have Python 3 installed and is the default version. We have pip working and is linked to Python 3. And with this, you should have Python 3 all set up on your machine and pip working so that you can start installing all the Python libraries and packages that you think you will need to start working on projects. Now, in the next video, I'll walk you through the process of setting up your GitHub account, which is the second tool that I mentioned in the video on how to get started with becoming a data scientist. So make sure to subscribe to get notified when I put up the next video. I'll see you next time.